there is a problem. A motor boat is racing towards north at 25 km per hour, and the water current in that region is 10 km per hour in the direction of 60 degree east of south. Find the resultant velocity of the boat. You know that the velocity of the current may reduce the velocity of the boat. Now we have to find out the resultant velocity. For that, we have to construct a parallelogram using these two vectors VB and VC. Here R is the resultant vector and RB the diagonal of this parallelogram. Using the method of parallelogram addition, we have to find out the resultant velocity of the boat. Here, the angle between north and south is 180 degree. Then the direction of current makes an angle 60 degree with the south. Therefore, the angle between VB and VC is theta equal to 120 degree, because angle between north and south is 180 degree. 180 minus 60 is 120. Now we have to use parallelogram method of addition. Before that, we should know the cosine rule of a triangle. See, here is a triangle with the sides A, B and C. The angle between A and B is theta. Suppose the sides A and B are known and the third side C is unknown. The unknown side is given by the formula C square equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. Here theta is the angle opposite to the unknown side C. This is called cosine rule. Now, to find the resultant velocity, that is R is our diagonal of the parallelogram, we have to use the formula R square equal to, instead of A square, we have to use VB square, velocity of the boat square, plus B square is this much, velocity of the water current, VC square. Here the minus sign is changed into plus 2 into VB VC into cos 120 degree. First write down the formula cos theta. This could be the formula we have to use. Now we have to explain the reason behind the change of this negative sign into positive. In the case of a parallelogram, the sum of the adjacent sides in terms of angle is 180 degree. Therefore, the angle opposite to the diagonal of the parallelogram is 180 minus theta. Cos 180 minus theta equal to minus cos theta. If you put minus cos theta in this formula, minus to minus plus. Once again I am repeating. In the case of a parallelogram, sum of the angles adjacent, that means sum of the adjacent angles is 180 degree. Therefore, the angle opposite to the diagonal of a parallelogram is 180 minus theta. Cos 180 degree minus theta equal to minus cos theta. So this negative sign is changed into positive. Now substitute the values r equal to the resultant vector. Inside the root bb square is 25 square plus 10 square plus 2 times 25 into 10. Here theta is 120 degree, cos 120 degree equal to minus 1 by 2. So here we have to put minus 1 by 2. If you simplify this, we can get 21.8 kilometer per hour. This could be the final velocity of the boat. The water current reduces the velocity of the boat. Then 21.8 kilometer per hour is the final velocity. Now we have to find out the direction of the boat. For that, we have to use the sine rule. To apply the sine rule, we have to consider a triangle present inside the parallelogram. See here, consider this triangle. Suppose if this triangle is taken for our consideration, assume that this is VB and this segment is R. Now the angle opposite to R is theta, that is the angle between VB and BC. Suppose the resultant vector makes an angle phi with VB, this angle is also phi. Now apply our sine rule. R one side divided by sine of the opposite angle. R divided by sine theta, which is equal to, consider this side. The side is VC. VC divided by sine of the angle opposite to this side VC. This is pi. If this is pi, this is also pi. VC divided by sine pi. We have applied sine rule. See here, for that, consider this triangle present inside the parallelogram. This is VB, this is VC, and this is R. The angle opposite to R is theta, that is the angle between VB and VC. If this is pi, this angle is also pi. This side is VC. Now apply our sine rule. R divided by sine of the opposite angle. R divided by sine theta, which is equal to this side VC divided by sine of the opposite angle, sine pi. We should find out the value of pi, this angle. Sine pi is equal to VC divided by R into sine theta. You know the value of VC, water current velocity. It is 10 km per hour. Then sine 120 degree divided by the resultant velocity is 21.8. This is 10. Sine 120 degrees root 3 by 2. Then 21.8. This is sine pi. If you simplify this, you can get the value of 0.397. From this, angle pi equal to sine inverse of 0.397, which is 23 0.4 degree. So this could be the value of pi. That's all about the problem. Thank you.